it.
Here we go.
Doesn't get a choice. I mean, it is what it is. The chat and you guys have said that the risk of desync,
the grand finals,
which is a small percentage to be fair. We had it twice in the previous Invitational. We like to avoid it. The risk is too high.
Sounds bad.
So we're going to skip it. Turin against Sing Sing. Here we freaking go. It's the grand
Who's going to
finals,
win?
guys. It's a
Type
fresh
it now
best of 5.
before it's too late.
The victor of this best of 5 will be the one that takes it all. The first place prize of $4,000 and the bragging honor of winning the second Invitational here against a star-studded cast of strategy game veterans.
I think that's the biggest prize, right? Being able to brag about
I think so.
TheViper, Tasteless, all those legends.
All of you guys accepted the tournament invite before knowing if there's even prize money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was surprised that there were actually something.
You're like, oh, okay, we're playing we're playing series money, okay. Map number 1, it's Autumn Leaves, right? So, do you expect any craziness here, Grubby?
I think Turin would love to creep this camp. The one thing I've seen Turin does, unlike Sing Sing, Turin respects that things go wrong and prepares for it to go wrong. And the way he prepares for that is delaying his tier 2, which means he can still make.
He seems very calm, but I'm pretty sure he's going to do the same.
Gently,
especially Dreadlord,
smoothly easing his way
versus
into the game
human.
by creeping
Has
some
to be,
small
right?
camps and waiting to receive human pressure. Whereas Sing Sing goes in hard and he rams down an expansion immediately without first taking small camps. And if it goes wrong, he immediately gives it up. And he's like, okay, I guess I'll go to tier 2. So they have a different style where Sing Sing does like.
Based on my experience of watching these games, Sing Sing's performed very well, but I think that Turin with the Dreadlord and the Carrion Swarm will play very well against Sing Sing's playstyle. So I'm going to give the edge to Turin. But either player could take it, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
I mean, both players really like to expand, right? So we're probably gonna see multiple bases, at least trying to be taken in this series.
Sing Sing does the least pool mechanic, which means the 2 Kobold Geomancers do not cast slow. Nice little creep abuse. Exploit. I love it.
Yep, bringing them back into the fight now, making sure that they don't fully reset.
That one is going to slow. That one is going to slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you understand
He'll
the
get
rule
it down
well
quickly,
now,
though.
Lowko.
That's still not bad.
I'm not very good at
better.
executing it, but I understand the logic.
Apart from the water mental going down.
This is usually what it looks like when I give this a try.
Did you learn this mechanic, RedPanda?
No, not at all.
But do you know what it is now?
No, not at all.
Okay. Your coaching lesson, posthumous coaching lesson.
Okay.
When creeps get pulled, they are allowed to run for like 10 seconds after enemy units. And then eventually they get a command to go home. When they go home, they no longer have spellcasting abilities. Until they reach home, their very original location from whence they came. Then they regain their memory of how to cast. But on the homewards journey, they have amnesia. So if you re-engage them after they're halfway home, they won't cast spells.
And they still aggro like normal when you re-engage
Only
them,
on the
right?
second half of their return journey. On the first half, they're blind.
What I want Sing Sing to do, right, from this first game is to notice how Turin, and if you watch the other games, maybe he hasn't seen it, but Turin seems to be quite dedicated towards getting to level 3, kind of like how an Archmage will try to get to level 3. He's very patient in that. He doesn't always go straight to your expansion to start harassing it straight away. He needs to be a little bit more ballsy, I think, because he's setting up the Arcane Tower. He plays it very safe, but if you can get just a little bit further ahead, even though it's risky, then you can be more aggressive after that and maybe have a better chance of stopping the Dreadlord or his expansion.
Coming in.
But his
no
Sing Sing's expansion is
right
going to take possibly just as long as Turin's, and it's way worse for a human to be like 2/2 base with an undead. You don't want that at all.
It's actually going to do quite a bit of damage though. This rate, TP is going to be used.
So Dreadlord dies. Dreadlord dies. He's guaranteed death.
Oh, perfect position. Yeah.
I don't know.
You can't go anywhere.
He's
my
quite
God.
a tanky boy.
That's really
He's
bad.
repositioning.
Right?
Why is he sending his lumber peasants into gold? Oh, because his gold peasants became militia.
Oh.
Okay, well, I guess Shrekenlord is more like Deadlord. Okay,
He
you
can
guys continue.
escape this maybe. We'll see.
I mean, it's getting pretty late.
I like
I
the
think
effort. I like the effort.
good job Sing Sing, reclosing the gap.
So how much damage has he actually done though here? Like how much? He's trying to force.
Now
it,
he
but that's not gonna
realizes.
happen as
Not
long as
enough.
the Archmage
That was
is
an
in
interesting move. I don't think I
Not
agree with like
nearly
a
enough.
level 1
This has
carrying
never
swarm.
stopped.
I was just talking about how he's
Yeah.
getting level 3 and then he changes his
Dies,
mind.
Maybe try to focus some.
Totally
some
should have got
heads
level 3 and then tried to do that. Because this, as you can see, level
GG
1
to
carrying
the
swarm is no
You
real
just go to
threat.
the gold mine now. You go to the
I
gold
wouldn't
mine.
even TP
you make
first, is that? I
footman,
would just move the
and then
militia
you,
around,
you kill the
peasants
Nerubians.
around.
Easy.
But I suppose that TP was smart because he got the block.
He's got running base.
Sing Sing with his yeah. Sing Sing is in a really good position right now.
That was an interesting, bold
Probably
move.
not.
Just target fire
The
down gold mine
expansion's up,
immediately, and
though.
you go after the towers first.
No, towers
So
first.
I wouldn't be surprised if Turin, because
Once
he's
you
been
start
down in
attacking
most
the
of his
towers, the
games,
acolytes will come to repair.
in many
he's going straight
cases,
for
but
the
still just
acolytes.
drags it out to the point where he wins.
Oh, he's going to get the gold mine. Okay. Hey,
Yes, kids.
Maybe he's right. Actually,
But
I
there
think
was a
Sing
little
Sing is getting to a
kerfuffle.
point where maybe sometimes he's
And there'd be
correct.
too many casters.
Oh, he doesn't have a TP himself either, obviously, so
Yeah.
he needs to be a little careful.
Oh, I really hate those towers.
Well,
They give me.
Yeah.
you don't
Give
like
anxiety.
moving. You don't like moving at half speed all the time.
No.
It feels like it's far worse than half speed, though. It feels like you're not moving at all sometimes
Yeah.
against those things.
Maybe it's true.
These towers made me realize why everyone says don't fight in an undead base.
But
It's
you keep
just
doing it
not catching
anyway.
it. Yeah, but I limited myself at least a little bit in the later games.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Dreadlord's back.
Okay.
By the way, I want to point out that the gold mine is not dead. That means all DPS on it was wasted.
Yep.
See, don't be surprised if
There's
somehow
The main as
Turin
well.
manages
there are no towers
to...
there, by the way. He
still
could've
be
just gone for
okay,
the acolytes
despite
in the main,
that.
the ghouls.
Level 3?
See, he's almost level 3 now,
Wow.
Should be.
Very nice.
and now it turns around again. And they're back to 2-2.
Still tricky, though, because obviously the human expansion has been up for a long while now.
You know one thing Sing
It's
Sing.
almost a full level up.
One thing Sing Sing could actually do. He could go triple Griffin Aviary and mass Dragonhawks. I think there's no anti-air because look, his tech is 20% done. It's gonna be there in 2 minutes. There's no tier 2 from Turin yet. In fact, he can't. And what is he gonna make against Dragonhawks? Fiends, there won't be enough. And Gargs will just get shackled.
That's a lot of towers. Well, I guess he's
16
going to
over now,
say
just
no
playing
to
it safe.
Dreadlord.
Going into the double
Playing
scout.
top.
Look at
towers
that.
on the main.
Although the
Holy
guard
shit,
tower,
that's
he
a
needs
lot
to
of
get
towers.
at least a couple of
really
arcane
a lot of
towers
Lose
too,
an expansion.
because then it will really burn the
guess-
Dreadlord
It's smart in a way.
if he ever
right?
gets close.
Yeah.
Not risking anything.
I think this is to
Knows
stop
he's-
ghouls
he's
from
ahead. He
harassing.
has been
as
for
well.
a really long time. Knights are mining on Turin's expansion, and now tries to go into the main. And as you said, there's no tower. There's no
Oh.
ziggurat upgraded.
Yeah.
Ghouls have been working away at those trees.
What?
creating
How
an
far is he
opening
through
right
the
here for
tech?
Archmage to run in. He's going to go after the crypt immediately.
Turin is
let's-
seasoned enough to understand that he should finish the camp he's doing, even though there's a calamity at home, an existential threat. He gets the item, Greater Invulnerability Potion. Sing Sing still hasn't learned. He's going for the gold mine again. You're not going to get the gold mine, man.
I mean, it will bring the
trying,
acolytes
he's
back at
determined.
least.
2
So
gold mines on 70%.
the acolytes are forced to come back to repair, and then he can go for them if he needs to.
Still does not have a TP, though, so he needs to be a little careful that he doesn't get too crazy here. He might get cornered just like his opponent just did, right?
Wait,
A
is
few
he
minutes
really
ago.
staying here
the
without a
staff
TP?
support.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. He's got the
At
staff.
But the units?
Oh, look at the footman. He's
Sing Sing
putting
might-
them in deliberate position to hold around the Archmage so the Archmage doesn't
He's
get
feeling
surrounded.
very
That was a
confident.
very deliberate protect the president move.
The 2 water elementals are helping, but it'll be down to 1.
There go the footies.
Give it another 7
trying their
seconds
best.
tops, and Archmage will have another
A lot
water
of damage,
elemental.
though, on Turin's end.
Very good for Sing Sing here. Killing acolytes, killing ghouls. It's directly addressing the economy. Turin is getting level ups though. He's got his
He
vampiric aura
could start
now.
focusing those ghouls as well with the water elementals.
Oh, look at that one footman coming in clutch as well, straight through the main. He doesn't care.
Oh,
This is
Robot
pretty
getting
good
popped.
for him, honestly. You can
Tier
sit
3
here for a
started.
little while.
Workshops. Oh my god, it's gonna be mass tanks! No, it's not. Never mind. Sorry about that. It's gonna be.
There's a sleep though, so he
Knights
won't be
and
able to get
flying
out
machines.
unless you can bait a carrion swarm.
Well, your excitement got me excited too. That's all
Yeah.
I
He
mean.
kind of needs to.
It looked
Nah.
like triple workshop, and I would
Yeah,
argue
run a
that
bit.
it maybe should be.
Not
although
easy to
Dreadlord is
do
quite
with
good
that
against
slow.
tanks. I just thought, Sing Sing, he's going to do another build. By the
I
way,
think he's
Archmage
going to
is
lose
dead,
the
he's gonna
Archmage
staff,
because of
and
the
he's gonna get
sleep. Because there's also a carrion swarm just to kill it
Yeah, looks
if
like
he
Turin
needs
is waiting
to.
for it. Oh,
He goes with
go.
the sleep,
He's
but
a
can he
little
get the
There's
surround
another
or will the
sleep.
Archmage
That's not a
escape?
surround. Sleep.
Oh.
Carrion swarm, yeah.
oh. So ultimately, a
losing
big
some
over
acolytes.
extension there, right? But still,
Ultimately,
Turin doesn't have
He
a
did a
lot.
lot of damage
he's
there,
not
but
mining in his main.
level 4
Turin is at
experience in that
21
Dreadlord.
population. He lost so many ghouls and footmen. It's nice to get the Archmage, but let's take a look at Sing Sing's bank.
He probably
He's
stuck
still
around a
making
little bit
footmen,
too long
which
there, to be
is
honest.
Not needed. Double workshop, double racks. We're getting footmen and knight upgrades as well.
But beware, Shrekken's Lord level 5 is coming in
Uh-oh.
really shortly.
What? Sorry.
The Shrekken's Lord.
Right.
He said Shrek's
He
Law.
has German Warcraft 3. He doesn't know the real names.
I love the German names very much. Imagine there was a Dutch version of this game, right? It would be the most cringe thing that has ever existed in the history of gaming.
What is the Dutch word for dread or Shrekken? Vrees? No.
Phrase? Yeah.
It's
I
too
don't
weak,
know.
Vrees.
Look at the Flugapparat. It's flying over the army.
I don't know. I feel like none of the names would translate well to Dutch.
No, it never does. I don't know why. Like Dutch is really good for sarcasm, passive aggressiveness, pretending to be dumb.
It
like,
sounds way more childish if you make it in Dutch somehow, you know? Like, this is a serious gamer's game. If you make it Dutch, it's just gonna sound very childish to me.
But don't you think it's because we never spread our language correctly? Like, okay, we didn't win against the British Empire, the Commonwealth, to spread our language. if we had been the global exporter of culture and
Yes.
Dutch was the world language,
Yeah.
I think Dutch would be the
Yes.
cool language, and English would be cringe.
In
if
an
you said,
alternate timeline,
Yeah,
might
Dutch
be,
is the
might be.
worldwide language that everybody speaks. for
Next
sure.
time, maybe.
yeah, then people will be like, wow, Angst here. That's such a cool name for Dreadlord. Dreadlord just sounds cringe.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's definitely just because we're used to it, but it's just. Ugh.
Surely.
I'm kind of grateful that Blizzard never translated it to Dutch. It's it doesn't sound great.
I'm glad that
That's why Grubby doesn't like the humans so much, because it reminds him too much of the British Empire.
for Dutch because it would just be to die for or to sterven for.
Oh. Wave coming in. Everyone low in the main base.
That's true as
Nice
well,
carrion
Lord
swarm.
Booty.
What does this thing do exactly? I've
What?
never seen it before.
Uh,
Flugapparat.
it's a machine. that
They
flies.
came from behind. That's the unit, right?
Sie kommen von hintern.
Oh.
Every time there's a Take TV event, I always hear, "We brauchen mehr Mineralien."
Ja!
Cracks me up every time. It's so funny.
gold.
Nicht genug Vespingas.
The flying machine. It is a fast one
'cause the
population
Germans got such a
scouting
sort of
machine. It
aggressive
has true sight
language
and
style,
can
isn't
detect
it?
Invisible. It's one of the fastest units in the game.
9!
Clocking in at 375 movement speed. Recently nerfed from 400 3 days ago. It is an excellent aerial superiority fighter. Excellent at getting the flak cannon upgrade, which gives it splash damage. Good.
They're Dutch, but I think they're talking about the German. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they were talking about the German when they're catching one of those tournaments, and those tournaments typically, some of them are in German.
I thought that's where we were headed, yeah. But
We have a startup for that.
You missed the point again, did you, Mike?
Go to flyingmachine.com. Okay, Dreadlord level 5.
Code Grubby 25.
RedPanda is going for the Necro Wagon build again. He's got his meat wagons.
Oh,
he's
you was
got his
ordering
expunged
food. Oh,
corpses,
okay.
Which
That's
allows
fine. I'll let you
corpse
off.
generation in the meat wagon. Actually, very powerful build. You kind of started figuring out how to beat it as your series went on, RedPanda. But did you
Yeah,
ever figure
yeah.
out that you could transform your walkers to become physical and to actually deal damage?
I read it in the chat a lot after my series, after I lost the game. Yeah.
After the series!
I heard a lot of pointing out by you.
Red Panda is the guy
I think
underneath
that's the
me.
right move to make.
Did you think that they were like StarCraft 1 High Templars without an auto attack, just spells?
Like
No,
he's,
I knew they could do that, but I was really overwhelmed just by the gameplay from Turin. So I
makes
basically
sense.
just forgot.
They actually
to do
take
that.
bonus
But-
damage from Carry and Swarm in the Spirit form. So it was that part was not good, and they do.
I was
40
mixing up who was
damage per
playing
hit against
earlier, to be
ghouls,
honest.
So that would have been nice as well. But yeah, next time.
Yeah.
Sure, ready for an attack now, though. He's actually bringing the units across the
I lost
map.
track.
By the way, 3 out of 5
Oh,
Yeah,
for a long
he's
time
not
now.
saturated that one.
well, he needs more lumber.
because the current swarm pushed everyone away.
Oh,
Yeah,
Gri-
this is
Griffin
sad.
Rider?
Turin going in, getting a Griffin. Very
Wait.
nice pickup.
wasn't Sing Sing in an
Ooh.
insurmountable position? Like more
He
than
went from
double
level 5 to
population? Turin was at
5.2 from
20.
that
What
one Griffin.
happened?
Because he's on tier
building
3
infrastructure. He's,
on
like,
one
been building
hero, so
structures
he's got
in
the
the top left
30%
corner
bonus
for the last couple
experience.
minutes.
What the fuck is all this?
Yeah, he's built so much stuff.
He's been playing
Free for
It's
all.
called generational wealth.
Looks like he's been playing free for all.
Why is he making 8 production buildings? This isn't StarCraft or
I
Age
don't
of
know.
Empires.
He's like, they've accused me of being a Dota guy. I'll show them.
I show them. I can do the RTS. Look at me.
They're doing a good
Knights
job
going
casting,
down.
so it's
nice
good.
claps from Mountain King in the Fiends.
Got 2 more where that came from. Turin has had it. Is there one more clap? Yes, it's
Wow.
a huge clap.
That
He
went
killed
a
so
lot
much.
better for
Sing Sing dominated
Sing than I
this
thought
fight.
that was
I
gonna
really
go-
didn't
gonna
expect
go.
that. I thought Necro Wagon is gonna own here.
Yeah, I thought it was going to go better.
Mountain King again, man. Every time he comes in clutch.
You know, all of you, you did those player cards, right? Or at least
Yeah.
you gave like some quiz. I guess I didn't show them enough. They were quite fun. But most people, they said the other race is OP. Is it, whether it's Auric, Knight of Human, whatever you don't play. Sing Sing was the only player, as far as I can remember, that said his own race is OP.
At least he's aware.
Most powerful hero, Mountain King. Is that what he said?
Wait, I have to check. Let me see.
He's gonna go for the other red camp now on the right side. Creeping as well with the Archmage separately at the same time. Not getting anything though, because it's only level 5. But
Least favorite hero, Demon Hunter. Favorite hero, Blade Master. It's a free win. Like, he likes playing against him. Against it. Oops, one.
he's losing a bunch of stuff on the right.
Surely
Oh, yeah.
he wouldn't lose several tier 3 units to the Granite, Lowko.
No, I mean, Bears and Knights are very
But
different
zero,
units.
maybe.
There's 0 overlap there. I don't even know why you would bring that up.
I don't know too. I will say there's nothing to take away from Sing Sing. Even though, you know, he's being humble enough to call his own race OP, his process, possibly, as much as you guys all did fantastic, his process was really, really good for learning the game. He studied a lot of top replays. He has a lot of different builds, a lot of different starting heroes. If he ends up winning, which is a huge if, he would completely deserve it. And the same thing for Turin as well.
After all these games, by the way, with the Mountain King, though, I do feel like the Cloak of Flames is just the perfect reward for him.
Yeah.
That's the cloak for a king right there.
Oh man, cloak and clap together. Can't get away from me, and I keep
A
burning
cloak
you.
clap. A clap cloak.
A cluck.
It just becomes clap again.
I'm fried, man.
We've come full circle.
So fried. The thing is, I usually track how much coffee I have per day, but today I'm not tracking it. You're partially to blame, Lowko, because every time I'm listening your stream, you play one game, and then you're like, all right, guys, let's get some coffee, and then we'll play some more games. And then after the next game, okay, let's get some coffee and get some more games. I've got a whole jug today. I don't even
I've
know.
been slowing down a little bit, okay? I have been min-maxing my Warcraft practice by consuming the maximum amount of caffeine at that time of the day.
They sound like they're all
addicted.
high, don't they?
After
Yeah.
the tourney.
I fueled your
Well, you play better
Warcraft
caffeinated
addiction.
for sure.
I
At
fueled
least I do.
I fueled your Warcraft addiction, and you fueled my coffee addiction. That's my excuse.
I feel like it's a good trade. We did
Yeah.
good things to each other.
So, how do you like Turin's position right now in the game? Sing Sing with a third base up right now. 4 towers instantly started.
What do you think, Lowko?
Oh my god. Here we go again.
What do you think?
They definitely scrapped the 2 versus 2 because it's very unlikely they're going to do a 2 versus 2 after the grand finals. So I did say before, didn't I? I didn't think the 2 versus 2s were necessary. Even though the only one they played was only 16 minutes. It's just they shouldn't have done so many best of 5s in the original starting day.
Killing his own archer or his own.
Then it probably wouldn't have been so
82
bad.
Big downside for Sing Sing is no dispel, right? Against all the necromancers.
He's got an Arcane Sanctum, but he actually didn't build it for unit production. It is a prerequisite that has a research called Magic Sentry, the little eye over the Arcane Towers. It can only be researched from the Magic Sentry upgrade in the Arcane.
One of
and
the
it actually
least
gives true
upgraded
sight
things
to all
ever.
the human towers. It is a targeted
that's nice.
counter to the Invisibility Dreadlord run by that Turin has been doing, even though it hasn't happened this series yet. He's so well prepared, very impressive. Big fight happening now. There's way more skeletons now than last
Mountain
time.
King looking for a good
Yeah.
position.
And
the flying
Kind of not
very
really
hard.
there, to be
Mountain
honest.
King
Trying
not
to
really
focus
going
down.
in for its stomps just yet. Yeah, finally
for
it
the-
Oh,
wakes
there
up.
we go. Paladin getting pretty squishy.
Decent stomp, but I mean, there's so many
Oh,
skills.
divine shield
Chalice is
save.
almost going down.
Oh,
TP
Paladin?
out from Sing Sing.
Ooh.
That was a really nice fight for Turin, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
that was good.
I saw 2
It's only-
knights and a griffin die, maybe. It was kind of hard to see. He did staff 2 knights away with 2 staffs of sanctuary on his paladin and his archmage. Turin also dropped quite a bit in supply. It looked good, but I feel like he started with more fiends there. Am I wrong?
Probably.
Probably I'm wrong. Or
And
did he
most of the
start with
flank
more
machines
fiends?
survived, right?
It's the safe answer. You're always right. Commentating secrets.
Oh, Skeletons.
Sing
These
Sing
units
does
are
do
timed,
well with
right? Yeah.
priests, and I don't
Yeah,
think,
so much
I
damage.
think you're right. I don't think he
The
seems to
skeleton
have many here.
mages
Or any.
is an upgrade you get for 200 gold, where half your summons will be ranged instead. And ranged is better, right? Because you're just going to get more hits off. So he killed 2 towers there. Pretty cool play. Turin is also getting his own 3rd base. It could still go any way.
Almost level 6, by the way, on the Dreadlord.
Yeah.
What is the ulti on that one?
Infernal. It's a Dreadlord.
You want me to tell
Oh,
him?
it's the Infernal. Right, yes.
Yeah.
That one's sick. That was a really good.
Yeah, I felt it quite a lot today.
I mean,
was
Sing
also
Sing's
so
got the
bad.
hero
I was
power,
a
but
little frustrated at that point in the day.
he's just got to keep those heroes
he
alive
summoned it
and not
3 or
trade
4
too
times
poorly.
before that against
And then
Turin.
Oh, really?
gradually he's going to soak up
It
way
only
more
has
experience and
1500
be way
does
more
wounds for a little
powerful.
It only has 1500 health and 6 armor. It's okay.
Just imagine if that Paladin gets level
49 to
5, the
60
Mountain King
chaos
gets level
damage with
5
a
as
burning
well.
aura.
It's going to be so much
And
better.
also, as soon as it runs out, you can resummon it, right? It's the same.
Even if the Lich got
Yes.
level
Same.
5
3
and the
minute
Dreadlord,
duration,
I mean, or
3
the Lich got
minute
level 6,
3 minute cooldown.
it won't
It's a
compete
permanent pet.
to the Mountain King and the Paladin being level 5 each.
Sing Sing, by the way, has seen the base in the bottom right.
Yeah, going over to Griffin's Inn.
He's at 81 population again, which actually gives me
80
me a
now.
little bit
He's
frustrated.
he's
Oh, a
fixed
couple
it.
more of his
He
units.
killed a
Oh,
peasant,
very good.
must have.
Back at 80.
good guy.
You think it's good when the peasants die?
Yeah, of course. You have to kill your own peasants because 81
Mortars are quite
population
good. I
steals a
find
lot
them
of money
quite
from
tricky to
yourself.
actually implement into my army, though,
Fair enough.
because they're so
I think
slow,
3
I
from
guess.
5 also
Yeah.
steals a lot of money.
Yeah, well,
Just
he's
kinda forget
at
to
least
make
he's
them.
saving it for later. If you kill your money via upkeep, then you're not saving anything for later. It's gone forever.
True. It's like Terran not muling the main base, right? You keep it for later.
Yes, exactly. And funnily enough, the main will actually run out later because of the 3 out of 5 than the expansion.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
That's a crazy play, dude. Sing
Sing
preparing
Sing
for,
ready
for
to go, and the Griffin's
That's
in
a
a
lot of
lovely
minutes ago.
position
That's a
above
lot
the
of griffins.
trees. He
I
can
kinda like
really
that. They
dominate
got
the start of this
Stormhammer
fight.
upgrade. Yep. So they got a vertical
Terrible
cleave
start for
splash.
Turin here.
1 kill needed for Turin.
Dreadlord
Oh,
already in trouble.
Only one
There's the
being
level
targeted.
6. Is
Dreadlords.
that going to change the
Level
difference
6,
though with
all
this
coming out.
Griffins? It's going to be
think it all
good,
started
but
everything,
those
right?
Griffins
Yep.
have got
And the
such a good
2
head
seconds stun on
start.
impact, longer on units, like
Just
5 seconds.
annihilating the
stun.
abominations,
That's a
meat
good
wagons.
arrival.
God, look at how tanky he is.
Oh, Archmage gets
Lich.
stomped, okay.
Lich down.
Lich
Yeah.
going down.
Goes down.
That was a great little initiating fight there for Sing
Sing
Sing.
Sing is
That was much
owning,
better for
right?
him.
Yep. That's a lot of
Yeah.
flying chickens. Really nice to take the fight
Yeah.
to the air.
But one more wave could finish off? No.
Yeah, they're all pretty
It's
low.
the
does
Archmage.
zero
It's like
damage against
Gandalf
Griffin, right?
fighting against the Infernal
it
here or
hits
something.
them. I mean, do you mean like
Yeah, it hits
literally?
him, but not really that hard, right?
Yeah, it helps a lot that they're 1,000 health units. The problem with Orc is you don't have a lot of high health units. You've got Grunts,
Yeah.
Kodos, and Torrents. And those are not always the best in every situation.
Dunno,
but that's
most
how you
Orc
would
units
want to
are known
resist
for
Carrion
higher
Swarm
health, but-
if you don't want to heal scroll every time. This Sea Swarm could be big though. Nice dodge. He dodged the
Nice.
Carrion Swarm with 3 of his Griffins. 1 ended up dying. Sing Sing still has Town Portal on Archmage. There's another mana pot. This Sea Swarm could be big.
Oh, okay. Gets a couple
Free still
units.
alive?
He's got some staffs he
Almost
can
level
start
6 on
popping
the
off on
Archmage
those
now.
Griffins as well.
Mana pot. The next Sea
gold mine.
Swarm will kill 3 Griffins.
He's gonna get it.
But his gold mine is going
Oh,
down
the
as well.
Stormbolt landed.
King again, and he, he stomps. Of course
Almost
he
like it was
stomps.
calculated, but I'm not 100% sure,
How do we
but
even doubt
almost.
it?
Huge Stormbolt clap. He saw the greed. He maybe even baited with the Griffins. He's like, yeah, come on. I
Maybe
know
he
what you
did.
want.
He's the master at baiting, is that what you're saying?
I mean, we all saw the interview, right?
Yes, we did.
At this point, yeah.
Very nice army here from Sing Sing. He made a lot of adaptations here to counter Turin. Very good preparation. Griffins are going to get webbed, but he's got level 5/5/5 heroes. No, strike that 6/5/5.
So how is Turin going to drag this out so he ends up winning?
What's the Archmage?
That's what I'm thinking.
Mass teleportation. You can transport up to 24 units after a channeled, not invulnerable teleportation spell on top of any unit or building in the game that's on the ground. So it's like a TP, but it is a bit weaker than a TP. But you can do it over and over every 30 seconds or so.
That's nice.
Very
It's
nice.
like a mass recall, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it can be used offensively. You can send a mechanical critter, a peasant, a knight, and then teleport on the enemy third base, kill it, and then TP out.
There's no creeps apart from one green camp and an orange shop
Sing
at the
Sing now
top,
at
I think.
94 supply, by the way.
Turin
He's
33.
cruising. He's rich.
Yeah, Turin not so
But
much.
he's not going to have that much money. I mean,
And his
I like
Dreadlord
what
is
Turin
finally
said,
up
by the way.
again.
that he
really,
doesn't
Sing
really
Sing
wanna play
shouldn't
Super Bowl
lose
games
this,
because he
but
gets, like,
if the
painful
game
wrists or
really
whatever,
went
and
on
every time I
super
see him
long,
play, it's games like this.
there'll be more gold mine really
Stuff,
for
that's so sick.
Turin. Yeah, the upkeep is
Stormbolt
pretty
on the
harsh
Dreadlord.
for
There's
Sing
no
Sing.
Death Knight with coil, so huge
But he'd
Inferno
need a
getting
third
big
hero,
crit
really.
on everything. Stunning Paladin instantly
Turin, if he
using
wants
Divine
to
Shield.
drag
we have
this out.
Sing Sing with a 3/1/1
Dark
skill
Ranger
build
could be
on
useful.
the Paladin, so he can hit that level 1 D shield.
Obviously
just in a
Death Knight,
pinch.
but
Getting a couple of siege engines
trying to keep
into
that
the
Death
mix
Knight
here,
alive
doing
will be
some
quite
damage
tricky.
while the knights are distracting the rest of the army. Mountain King coming in close, maybe doing a Stormbolt on the Lich. He is in range, but he's blocking himself.
those units are just gone, I guess.
Siege
Just
engines
letting
are
those
so cool.
stand there.
Just
It's
feels
they're
like with Night Elf, there's a bunch of units that you rarely use. I guess these are
Doesn't
like
need
the
those
niche
anymore.
use case units for human, but they seem pretty sick.
Yeah, they're really fun. They used to be a
they're
little
like
bit
battering
more.
rams.
The tanks are
Yeah.
actually quite smart
Yeah, that's true.
Because
actually. It's
that's
so much like
a
battering
pretty
ram
big
from Age of
distraction.
Empires 4.
for Turin.
Yeah.
They're doing
Or two, I don't know
significant
if
building
2 has it.
damage.
I guess they do.
I think that, yeah, they have to do.
Okay, yeah, he's got him locked
Oh,
now.
Lich King
I don't think Turin's going to be able to drag
Yep,
this one
gets the
out
final
anymore.
Hit on it. Level 6 on the Mountain King. Got the Avatar
Oh.
going.
Level 7 Dreadlord. These knights are 3/3, by the way. They have 13 armor. He goes for the Dreadlord. Sing Sing takes the first
GG.
map against Turin, rivaling Lowko's score in map wins over Turin.
Yeah, good job there, Sing.
We did it.
Good
You
start there.
Panda also got a,
Yeah.
got a map win.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Dips on that one.
True. So all 3.
So basically, we're as good as Sing Sing. That's what I've learned.
Yeah. But at the same time, maybe now the reverse sweep comes in. Maybe it's a Turin curse.
Human's going to win both tournaments. Grubby
Can
will
only get
mention
one
it
map.
100%. Mark my
Okay,
words.
that was a randomized.
Well, he's been
map,
mentioning it all the
and I would
time
like to
anyway,
say, if
whether
it
human
wasn't
win or not.
randomized, that might actually have been Sing Sing's choice.
Human could
for
lose
all
this
we know.
tournament and it'd still get
So,
mentioned.
I mean, we don't know, right? So, randomized map, and then it's going to be loser's pick. So it pretty much puts up in the air whether you get a good map or a bad map. How have you guys been feeling about that system where the first map is random?
I think I would have done the same.
It's fine. Just play
Yeah,
the
would-
Fair
would
enough
have
so
said,
far to
yeah,
be
that
worth
one
the
sounds
restream.
good.
That's up to
pretty-
you, Mid. No, I
thoughts
can't
about it?
answer that for you.
I feel like I'm not at the level where I've really
Yeah.
changed my strats that much depending
Blizzard
on the
is
map. I just
watching
know
this and
some of the
humans are
quick routes
nerfed.
a little bit
Human
better.
nerfs are
On
in.
some maps I don't really have.
They did a lot of human nerfs in the last
That's
patch.
basically the extent of my decision making.
That's what I was thinking as well. I remember I was playing StarCraft first, and I didn't know what maps are good for me either. So I figured I'll take the first decision out of all of you guys' mind, and then you can see if you have any preferences after that. Turin is going to go for Tidehunters, which is actually one of the smaller maps that he did not choose to fast expand on against you, RedPanda.
What? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
All good. He didn't choose to fast expand against you on this map, Tidehunters.
Yeah, I was really, really thrown off by that one, actually.
Yeah, me too. Because you showed up. Oh, by the way, what were your thought process? Because you did more creeping in game 3 on Tidehunters. Did you decide that you don't want to
Having
go
interviews
full ham
between
on the
games is
harass
so
anymore?
bizarre. I guess it's
And that's
kind of
why you
more
went
like
creeping, or was it
sports,
more of an
is it not?
adaptation
In
to
a
its
way,
movement?
it's like the
I think
highlights of what
some of
happened
both.
during the match,
I
whilst
was
they're
trying to
waiting for the
get
teams to get
a little
back
bit
on the
more power
field.
spike and hit it with a big group instead of going in step by step and always.
I think it should be
getting
kept
tips of
shorter,
headhunters
but
by
it's
the
not
Mountain
easy to
King,
sort
right?
of like
Yeah.
make conversations always like
Mountain King.
1
Yeah,
minute
the
long
retro game
total
against
or
Turin
something
a
like that,
little
or 2 minutes
bit.
long
Sing
total.
Tour to
Oh, against Turin. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, Turin.
On map 3, you mean?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because I said before the match started, I think I can now chip away on Turin because I think I understood what were the pillars I needed to.
Most mid-match
to
interviews are like 30
throw down
seconds
from
max.
Turin's playstyle.
Yeah, they should
to
be,
really
yeah.
get into his head and counter his main
What do you
strategy,
think?
because
What were the
I
what were
think
the two
three
things that you
main
liked the most
pillars
about that
were
last match?
harassment on
Well, I
my
really
main
liked the
line.
Mountain King
Get in the
storm
game
bolts
first.
around, and I
Mhm.
loved the tanks putting pressure on the
sorry.
buildings. Yeah, I thought that was great as well.
then once you
All right,
went,
let's
go
move
on.
on. Let's go.
The second one was always keeping checks on his expansion, right? Denying it as fast, as many times as fast.
It does
as I
give him a
can.
bit of time to set up
And
the
third one
next
were
game,
my,
though. So that's part of why he does it.
Keeping my own army near my bases, so he can't really exploit his biggest strength, harassing with his Treadlord the whole game.
Do you think Tidehunters is the most popular map
think that
in the
was
ladder
really
pool
what
for
I
War 3
was trying
champions at the
to
moment? I think
achieve
it
by
might be.
Yeah, makes sense.
I was just giggling at the pre-game chat. Turin was like, "Yo, so well played, man. Really great job." And Sing Sing just writes, "Good luck." I like over obsessing over the details on at the very beginning of the game, but Turin was complimenting him. Sing Sing did not care.
That's every South Korean player in StarCraft 2, right?
You were surprised a Total War player made it to the finals. I think so a little bit as well. There is a lot of stuff to manage, though, so that does keep you quite heightened when the fight is going on. And I think, actually, funny enough, if Turin got any other race, I think he wouldn't have got this far. Not to say that he wouldn't be capable, I just think Undead clearly suits him so well. So if he got another race, I just think that would have been more of a handicap for him, because for his play style, Undead is kind of perfect. Just dragging it out and stuff like that, and then building up this sort of big, complicated army with all the necro wagons and stuff like that, and making it work.
A gaming event? Oh, gaming, cool. Poker? No, video games. Video games? What the hell? That's so cool, man. What game?
And it starts at the border, man. When you're trying to go through the security, that's where it begins. You always have to talk to somebody. They're always interested in gaming.
Then I'm like, I'm going to Las Vegas. They're like, Las Vegas? Hell yeah, dude! Viva! And this is like a security guard. I love it, man.
That was my question. Do you love it, or is it throwing you off because you're not used to it?
No, I love it. Because
Okay.
I actually like human connection a lot, but I don't as easily initiate it. And
I'm guessing he's talking about an experience in Vegas?
because I said human connection, which makes it seem like I'm an
Yeah,
alien.
No, because
He's scared of humans. That's okay.
yeah, basically. I think the German mindset is pretty similar to the Dutch one, where if you don't know each other, especially if you live in the cities, big cities, there's basically no small talk, no connection between humans. It's just everyone stares at their phone in the train and
modern thing too. But people in Berlin are so friendly, and they're so friendly to dogs. Like everyone is welcoming to dogs. It was so fun to take my dog there.
It's like Dags.
Yeah, I think it very depends on the cities too, right? And the region that you're in, because it depends so much on where you're located. But I think in most of the bigger Dutch cities, no one's gonna talk to you.
I once I once was lost in Amsterdam before we had smartphones with GPS and everything, and someone
Recently.
Yeah, recently. I mean, I guess that's a little bit ago, isn't it?
Was Warcraft 3 already available?
Like a previous IRL patch.
I don't know if it was before or after Warcraft 3, but I stopped at the zebra path, and there was a car there that stopped there as well, and he had his window open, and I was like, "Excuse me, I'm looking for XYZ. Can you help me?" And he looked at me deadpan and said nothing.
Jesus.
That's a power move and a half, right?
Yeah, that's a big city thing. No, that's an Amsterdam thing.
There's no way that would help in a small town. There's no way.
Yeah.
That's some foretelling, by the way.
what's
Those
the game?
peasants
Yeah.
neatly lined up,
Same
ready for a carrion swarm later.
We got ourselves a game.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I'll just play the VOD from the previous game. We can keep talking about cities. It's good. 4 minutes expansion. Very ungreedy. Turin wanted to make sure his Nerubian is done. I think he's used to cancels before the Nerubian is done. Sure enough, Sing Sing is here.
Sing Sing
Now,
is- you're gonna want that level
doesn't
3, buddy.
know, but he could move in.
Go
protect
get that
the
level
president,
3.
footman around the
Go
Archmage, summon
get that
the
level
Giggle,
3.
and then cancel the gold mine once. Could be worth it.
Get it. Get that level 3.
The Alligiggle?
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
the
that
water-
turtle
the water
should...
element. I
The
was
two
also
turtles
thinking
should
about
be
that
enough for
one.
level 3.
That's the Dutch name of the water.
Unless it's going to be level 2.9 and a 9 and a 9.
The Wasser Elementar, yeah.
It might be 2.9 and a 9.
Look at this. Last time Turin did this.
Yeah,
he had
it is
no town
2.9
portal.
and a 9.
He is evolving. He has one this time,
That
just in
sucks.
case there's a TP's around. There is an arcane tower. You wouldn't want to walk in with that first. Look, he knows this is going to be an arcane because he scouted it. Make sure that he doesn't get
He's so
drained.
smart.
Yep.
Can you manually retarget with the arcane?
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
Ugh.
Oh, TP coming in very quickly.
And he's level... So he's going to summon a water elemental probably straight away.
Always does this, where he pretends
He's got
doesn't
full
know what's
mana.
gonna
Like, he
happen.
wants this level
And
2 point...
He was
Just go get
creeping
it.
here. Why? You know you're gonna get attacked, no? or is he still like not sure about it? Double guard tower at home.
That's what he's been doing every time, though. He's been
Yeah.
going triple tower in the main base.
No, it was
He's gonna
after.
build a bunch
It
as
shouldn't
well in
work
the
so
expansion.
well,
It was
but it
after-
is.
Bunch in the bottom left, in like 5 minutes.
It was after you went tier 2 last game.
It's
Now he's
because
doing it
if
tier
you
1.
play building that many towers, you're not building much of an army to do things on the map.
Yes, he really wants to
I
avoid
very
getting
rarely build that
Shrek
many
exploded
towers.
in his main base.
Unless I feel like
Well,
I
that's what
definitely
happened, I
need
guess,
it.
in the previous one, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Because every tower you're
Although he
putting
came
down
out
is
of the
essentially
head, I think,
slowing...
but-
Yeah, that's true. But
'Cause look
it's
at all
'cause
these
he got the
lumber.
surround. This
He's
time
still
Turin
tier
has
1.
TP. Apparently, Sing Sing stream. He said he literally said he got lost on the map.
So if he doesn't need those towers, then he's just putting his tier 2 away. And
It's
stuff
like
like
you in
that.
Amsterdam back in like 1998.
He was asking the creeps for directions.
You forgot to bring a town portal. It's okay.
Just stare at him. So the guy in the car was a dreadlord.
He was out of mana, dude. He was trying to cast sleep.
Turin is one acolyte short from saturating his gold mine. Is he going to pump it out or just... Yeah, there we go. He's going to make the final acolyte. Sing Sing goes for a high value camp. If that's the scroll of the beast, I want to see a big push. Yeah, it's a big...
Does he
Go
sell
push
his
it,
town?
do a
Oh
lot
no,
of
you already
damage to
used the
Scroll of
town
Beast.
portal.
And Turin is really out of position right now for that one.
Got lost too.
Yeah.
He likes to
In the
get this
same time.
camp because it gives Pendant of Energy level item, which would be the best for him as well.
Smart,
by the way.
if that's
and then
why he's
it also
done it.
gets him level 3. And this camp is normally very hard for anyone to take at this point in the game, but it's much easier as a Dreadlord since he can momentarily put the Null Overseer in timeout with a long-lasting sleep. So this is his fallback point to get level 3.
Meanwhile, Sing Sing getting the goblin shop.
Yeah. He can buy a town portal the moment it's daytime, which is in 10 seconds exactly. Could also set... What the f...
That
What
was a
did you just
misclick. He
do,
wanted to use
man?
the Wand of Illusion.
I think that's a misclick.
What did he do?
He scrolled off the beast. I
Yeah,
think
he
meant
definitely
to
wanted
use
Wand of
illusions.
Illusion
Wait,
there.
space.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, surely.
Yeah, it's a misclick. He's supposed to...
Yeah, no, he immediately summoned the illusions afterwards.
Which was the real
Must be.
plan all along. He can get TP,
Yeah.
he'll scroll and go. He's got 30 seconds left
Yeah,
on Scroll
not the
of
biggest-
Beast. Let's go.
I know Scroll of the Beast is definitely quite high value and stuff like that, but I don't regard it very much.
Yeah.
He stepped the Illu. I think he thought it was the real one.
I'd never like getting it that
see his
much
face
compared to
when
the
he
other
realizes.
items. Let's go,
He must have
Turin.
realized it immediately.
No reaction, though.
No.
Stone Cold Killer. Scroll of Beast running out exactly when he arrives at base.
Yeah, that's sad.
Good
I was
anti-timing.
a little indecisive there, though. I think he's probably
Yeah. Ooh,
maybe not
Ruben
showing
Storm.
him his face, but ooh, that's a really nice move right there with the Dreadlord. Was that a cancel, though?
Yes, it was a cancel. But it's not a high valuable
Was it?
cancel. I think so. Am I wrong? It says cancel over it if...
I think it doesn't say it.
Okay,
I didn't see anything.
then
but-
maybe it wasn't.
Yeah.
But still, it's only minus 225 gold. People are saying yes, it was a cancel.
Is it
Yeah.
240 gold
Okay,
now?
okay.
Because it's got a boost. I
know
keep
it's
thinking it's
smart.
200 gold if you sell the Scroll of the Beast.
No, it wasn't meant passive aggressive.
Wow.
You just
So it's
switched off
definitely
Jet now. I see how
240
this
gold.
is. Jet always smarter.
Yeah, always.
Always.
The only time
It's
Scroll of the
funny how,
Beast is
despite
like
the
really, really good is if it's like it can just win you the game. You have enough units and you're at the right place at the right time, whether you're pushing an expansion or into the main base. If that can just win you the game. But if it's like it will just give you a slight edge on the fight, I'd rather have the greater mana potion, greater healing potion, maybe even the invulnerability potion.
Like an evolution chamber inside of your mineral line for no
Yeah.
apparent reason, you know? It's a bit unnecessary, but I guess it works.
But isn't it good to put it in Vespene Geyser Path?
Yeah, I think so,
In some
right?
situations it is, yeah. You can actually sometimes speed it up even a little bit.
No. They tried to counter
I
that.
think
We
King
could
is
get these
out.
done before midnight.
Warcraft 3.
So-
Okay, 50
Ooh,
pop.
Zeppelin.
Tier 3 coming. Wait, who has the Zeppelin?
Slightly less
Okay,
sleepy
Zeppelin.
today.
Nice.
What are we gonna do with it?
He's gonna go here.
Dropping the Dreadlord, right?
Man, this is invoking so many memories of like.
Memories again.
Yeah, here's what I would do. Not about Amsterdam this time, but
Oh, okay.
Copenhagen. No, just like because I know what he's gonna do, which means that I feel like the players should know what he's gonna do too, because he's done it once before this tournament. And if they had a 7-man team, and this was the world's biggest esport, which it should be, by the way, then they would have told him where the Zeppelin
should
is gonna
be.
go.
I don't know there's a term for it, but it's like caster bias. It is amazing how much easier the game feels when you're watching it like this. But you got to remember, if you was literally Sing Sing here, this whole left-hand side would just be fog of war. You'd have no idea what's going on. But because you sort of see everything going on, it's so much easier to predict what the players should be doing. But they can't know exactly what they should be doing because they can't see everything at the same time. So it's a little thing that I do a lot when I'm watching the games. I feel like the players should be doing better than they are. But I'm not taking into account that they clearly don't have all the information at hand to make those decisions correctly. So there's almost like you're disappointed in them not doing exactly the right thing because you can see it coming.
Yeah.
It's actually good. So
But
I'm
it's
gonna
not
change
fair.
my answer. The correct number is always 8.
Chasing the Bronze League meta one game at a time here. That's
Base cancelled on the bottom left
yeah.
from Turin. Very nice.
Gotta
First
start
flying
with the
machine's
towers
out.
next time.
What's flying machine called in German?
Flugapparat.
Machine.
What?
Vliegapparaat.
Flugapparat.
Oh,
Yeah.
apparaat. Ah,
Yeah.
I see.
Vliegapparaat. Yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense.
Apparaat, ja. Zo kan ik het ook.
It sounds
There we
really
go,
cursed
Zeppelin
to hear
going.
you speak Dutch, Lowko. You must stop it once.
I do know how to speak Dutch, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Dropping in the main. Nice pullback from the little peasants.
The guard
Yeah, but
tower's
those
finally
towers
coming in
just do
handy.
Joke. Just joking, bro.
Ooh.
Vliegapparaat is going
Ah,
out.
that could go down with the fly machine.
1 HP, 11.
He
Oh,
just
goes
made
down,
it
but
across.
Just barely saves it. With the
That was so
units.
close.
This
I
creates.
learned it the hard way.
Have you been
Those
dizzy
guard
before?
towers were the 100% right decision,
Yes,
apparently.
and also I learned if
He saw this coming.
dies above the trees, everything is gone, right?
Did that ever? What the fuck is this? Staff of Teleport to his own Mountain King.
Nice clapping.
Mountain King took like a train to another destination that he could have just walked to.
He was going for
I
a
mean,
power
when you get
move.
addicted to the stuff of teleportation, you can't stop.
Was a domestic flight, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sing Sing has a private jet. He knows what it's like.
Just took a flight from, let's see, from Köln to Düsseldorf.
Yeah.
You spent 90% of your time on a runway.
Yep.
Pretty sick.
Turin spending so much sort of almost AFK
Oh, very
time
nice.
there with the
Yeah,
macro.
for
It's
Turin.
it's
Maybe
so
it's good to
weird.
scout
It
it
is technically
after red
effective
camp.
what he's doing, but
That's what
having
the
all
flying
those units
machine's
just sort of
job is, the way
AFK,
that, he actually did use it, Sing Sing.
it's like it's
in,
a different
game.
game. It doesn't belong quite in
game number
Warcraft
1.
3.
He had a flying
I'm
machine
very
jamming
rarely
the vert
inactive
all
in
the time,
Warcraft 3. When you're
AFK.
when you're
Anchor
playing, you're always
Reincarnation on
moving
Mountain
units
King.
around.
Level 3 as well.
Very
Really
nice.
nice.
Alright, they're moving out.
Turin taking the expansion, by the way, in the bottom left. Not spotted
Yeah.
yet by Sing Sing.
Turin would have a
Turin
much
has,
easier time if he
two
also had
rules,
like
no heal
if
scroll
Warcraft
to
3 had
sustain them
hotkeys
through
more than 12
Thunderclap
units.
level 2. We have a flying machine Griffin army. Cool thing about flying machines, they are like a cheap web sponge if they fly in first, so that Griffins won't get webbed. because Web is always on auto cast. You have to go pro and actually manual cast on Griffins, which is not only is it harder to do, but it actually has less range when you do it that way.
Oh,
Sing Sing just ran all the way to the bottom left, and then... Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I don't think he noticed it initially, but he's gonna need his army back home in just a moment.
Turin bombarding the base expansion.
TP? No TP?
No TP.
Does he have one?
Going in from the left. Oh, the clapping.
Yeah, he has one on the Archmage.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Overlay cannot be
We're
fixed.
gonna do it. Already back home, though.
Stormbolt on the Necromancer. There's a clap, it's huge.
Nice step. Wave also huge. Oh, the Blizzard in the back line.
Oh, he reskilled! The Blizzard, it's so
The
good!
Blizzard. Yeah, the
That's
Blizzard
so
deals so
good.
much damage here.
Sing
Look at the
Sing is
meat
really
wagons.
taken away here.
He gave up on the water elementals?
Yep.
Everything's down.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Turin's slower style of
absolutely
gameplay
deleted.
just is not.
You went over 78
Doing enough here.
supply and now it's on 40.
He's at 40 now, yeah.
Sing Sing's just
And in the
keeping
meantime,
busier.
there's a knight working away at the third base of Turin too. He left one knight behind. That's so smart.
That's so smart.
Dude, I'm getting chills from watching Sing Sing. He is but a baby,
Yeah.
less than 2 weeks of practice, but I feel like I'm watching a top human player from before.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's really scary also.
It's like there's an extra layer unlocked, right? Like
Yep.
it's...
Yeah.
What's quite interesting about Sing Sing as well is he's not really doing what you think he should be doing a lot of the time. Like the way he builds his structures and stuff like that. I don't know where he's learning it from exactly. Maybe it was Leon, I think. Leon's very high level, if that's the case.
Lord has invulnerability potion. He's gonna use it early. He's got no way away except to run. Mountain King, 50 mana. Mountain King has he should take the train to Dusseldorf. He has Staff of Teleportation. He can catch the Dreadlord.
Now we're gonna walk. Now we're going to walk.
Now you're walking?
Yes. Now we're walking.
What if he needs to cool down in another 30 seconds? He bought the boots of speed, okay? He's got new shoes. You know when you get new running shoes, you're more excited to go running?
Yeah.
Really
Getting your
good.
steps in every day.
Really good cancel here by Turin with his 3-2 upgraded ghouls killing this town hall. It helps a lot. At the end of the day, he is at
3-2
low
ghouls.
population. He's going to
Wow.
get one more chance to fight. He's actually making a massive switch.
I mean,
over.
that works
Triple
because
crits
necromancers, they
gargoyles
summon
with
skeletons, and the
boneyards.
skeletons benefit
We're
from the
gonna see
upgrades that
guards
ghouls
and
do.
frostworms against mass knights.
Oh, that's nice.
Really nice. But look, Sing Sing is aware. He's transitioning to flak cannon mass flyings. Very impressive.
Did he see
Yeah,
that?
so what do you do now as Turin? You just kind of sit in your base and...
Don't go over
Great.
50. Stay at 50.
Yeah.
Embrace.
Well, he's at 53 now.
Well, that's a mistake in my opinion. You gotta embrace the stay at 50 camp. Let the opponents follow the plan of never attacking undead base. Okay, you just go AFK until you have 3,000 gold, and then you have 3/3 upgraded guards worms. You blot out the skies. The opponent is like, okay, I'm 80 pop, I'm ready. You just don't fight.
And some peasants.
Nice block.
He's forced to use a TP immediately in the bottom left.
Could he even build a
by
town
the way, start
hall?
with
I think he
towers
can
this
fit it
time.
in between these towers here.
Yeah.
Just about.
When guard tower is finished, that's gonna take care of the ghouls. Wonder what he's gonna make from the others. Would he ever
not
make
sure that one's
cannon
still
tower
blocking.
here? That's something that unlocks once you have a workshop. Have you faced cannon towers, guys, at all?
I think once, and it was
They
really,
do
really
splash
tanky.
damage, right?
Yes. It's really tanky, right?
Yeah.
It's the only one that's
I
fortified.
think in the
from him.
campaign or something I've made him, but...
It can get up to 800 health.
Aren't they really expensive, though?
Yes, 160/100 after making the scout tower. So.
Dreadlord
Yeah,
coming
okay.
in.
Oh.
Ta-na-na-na-na-na.
Storm.
Oh,
But not enough for the finish right now.
no. Not enough for a one-shot.
How long is the cooldown?
4, 3, 2, 1. I don't have an overlay, so I'm guessing, but I think it's right.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
getting caught on
This
that.
could be a
No
surround.
TP right now.
No TP. Yeah, no,
No
he didn't
TP.
have a TP. He just used it to get away from the bottom left.
There's the
Oh,
holy
yeah, he can sweep a
light.
couple of units, but...
The Griffins.
Yep, they're gonna cut him off.
It's not enough. He had to send the Mountain King left. He's blocking himself.
Oh, no. I think he got it.
Wait, it's actually enough. He's
I
got
think the
3.
wave killed him, right?
He has 3 attack upgrades. Oh, he died because he stopped casting a spell, you mean?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He might have been out of range, but I'm not sure.
Sing Sing
I
doesn't
didn't
look
think
like
those
he's in
grips were gonna do
trouble.
enough damage, but he's got 3 attack upgrades. Look at that, 48 to 88.
What's that rage?
Yeah, that's crazy. Just roll the
They
dice
got about
and see if you
450
kill
range,
it.
I think.
Well, the way
it's not
that
too
damage
high.
works in Warcraft 3, there is an averaging towards the center. So it's a number of die. So it could be like 3 d12. So the chance of getting 3 damage on top of the base or 12 is really low. So it's more likely to be something like 60, 70
Fuck
damage.
those acolytes on the
Most of
right hand
the
side,
time.
but
Lizards are really
the 2 on the left are
Really
okay.
nice.
Does it do friendly fire? If you...
The gargoyle's coming in. But
Wow.
Flying machines. Oh, the storm.
These units, where did he even get all this
Gargoyles?
stuff from?
Really wrecking
It's
everything
like
that's in the
watching
air.
a different
Oh
game.
my god,
Even the
Turin!
Griffins getting picked up.
Level 6!
It's really like watching a different game.
Dude, Turin
Honestly,
just
where
took
does
the
all this
fight
just
of
come
a
from?
lifetime there, right? Like, how in the world was he gonna take that any better?
It's because Carrion Swarm, it's so
That's
good.
it.
He has
If
Infernal.
he had
has
mana for
Oh no,
Infernal,
he
that
doesn't
would be
have
so
mana for it
good.
anymore. He's gonna try to target down the Archmage, not quite getting it. Can he get one more exit kill on the Knight if the Frostworm
Maybe one
shoots
Knight?
again?
Did he just turn the game round
No,
like
the Knight is
that?
gone.
But now he really has to commit, right?
Holy crap, wait, what does Sing
Sing Sing, I
have?
mean, he's got
He
the
forgot to
fly
mine for a while.
machines, so
Remember when the
if you
Carrion
just
Swarm
really
got
mash
dodged
those,
several
then you
times?
shouldn't really lose. Well, then again,
Lumber.
Carrion Swarm
Oh
is
my God.
insanely good against fly
Actually.
machines.
So he wasn't mining from this base, and he can't power build this because of lack of lumber. He's got 3 peasants
Yeah.
in his main, but he is still mining from his main gold as well. So he's actually in a
Turin
fine
clearly
spot.
isn't a micro player at all,
Yeah,
but
the Toss is
it's
still not upgraded there. If the gargoyles
it's
find
so
space,
strange to
then
me sometimes
let's
when
finish it, right?
players that don't really
Wow,
micro
Dreadlord
that
Salt,
much.
Talisman of Evasion. By the way,
Although he does
Fiends
still have
AFK
some
here.
of it. They can still do so well sometimes.
Casually.
2 Fiends and a
Hanging out
Ghoul.
at the Temple of Boom.
Because it's very hard to be
Turin's
super high
economy
level
is
without
really
really,
messed up.
good micro as
Turin
well.
needs to
You
deny
won't
the
really
base in the
find
bottom left,
any
right?
pro players
Like,
that
if he
can't
can-
micro like
he
gods.
can't really let his opponent sit on a fresh base.
Blizzard
Blizzard
on.
on the gargoyles.
The gargoyles do way more damage than I thought they do.
He's got 2 attack upgrades. They're not specialists at attacking ground. In fact, they got nerfed in the recent patch, didn't they? -1 damage, I think, on their anti-ground attack. But still pretty good.
Oh, the flying machines trying to get away.
Oh,
Really
he
nice
gets it
cast
right
here
on
on
top of the
the
Archmage.
Heroes.
Shouldn't
Don't
lose the
keep for
Archmage
Archmage.
as long as he
He's
heals.
just targeting the Archmage.
If
no.
he heals.
Any holy light?
Yeah,
There
he's
we
just
go.
right-clicking it. Paladin though with the Holy Light. I did use the cooldown for it. On the Inferno, I mean.
Yeah.
Dude, I
Does he
think
have enough to deny the base now?
I think Sing Sing is sweating
have,
bullets.
right?
He could just AFK the Inferno and the peasant line. He's doing exactly that.
Oh. Poor peasants.
Oh, nice dodge on the Blizzard.
nice.
When you start hoping for a lucky blizzard, you know things are desperate.
A free knight.
Yeah. The Ruben Storm on the
There's the flying
machine.
machines. Has he got enough?
Huge Carrion Swarm. Good Blizzard though, very
Really
good
huge
Blizzard.
Blizzard
He's
as well.
blizzarding his own flying machines. Wait, does Sing Sing know it has splash damage on himself?
He's finding
No,
out.
at least he's not stopping.
I don't think he knows too much
I think
about
he knows,
whether
I think he knows.
you know
He
flying
microed
machines
out
can
of it,
attack
on
and then
the
instantly
other
move
expansion
back,
up north.
and
I think
attack,
probably
instantly
does.
move back, attack. You need to learn those attack cooldowns. Same thing with Blizzard. He didn't
And if he
cancel
didn't
the
know,
Blizzard
he knows
when he
now, I
didn't need it
guess.
anymore.
Dude, I love the game between these guys. We got triple crypt Gargs. We have another base coming up from Turin, and the dirtier the game gets, the more it goes into the deep twilight.
These
of the-
players,
of
they
the
stick
map.
a
The
whole
more you
bunch of
could maybe
units and
forget
heroes in the
enemy
same
might take a
hotkey
third
group.
base again, but not Sing Sing.
It's strange.
He's gonna check for it. Nice towers. fending off
Turin has
Inferno.
tried this so many times now. Just not having this base go up any time. Like he needs to, I guess, camp his army there for a lot of time. But
No
they're
cancel on
gonna
the gold
become
mine.
neighbors at some point at this rate.
No cancel on the gold mine or on the ziggurat. That's a massive resource loss. But yeah, awkward, like you said, Lowko, that they are neighbors.
Yeah. Human interaction, it scares me too. Just like RedPanda scared of it too. You think they accept each other's packages and stuff, you know, when like a delivery gets made and, you know, one of them isn't home?
Oh, deliveries.
Yep.
Maybe, yes.
All right.
Are you the type of person that, if an unknown number calls you, do you let it ring through and Google the number, or do you pick it up?
I don't pick it up.
What kind of person are you guys? You pick it up?
I do not pick it up. I used to.
No, I don't answer. I rarely answer a phone call in the first place unless it's someone I know.
My phone
if
is
it's an
on,
unknown number, I'm definitely not answering.
Yeah. Phone is on D&D 24 hours a day. I'll just call back if I'm interested. How about you, Leon? I feel like you would pick up.
Yeah. No, never.
Really?
I let it through. I Google the number. If it doesn't come up,
But you
bye-bye.
seem so
Grubby's
nice.
been calling
you
you,
again.
man.
Do I
seem
pick
so
up?
nice.
Hell
Why
no.
did you pick up?
I'm
Dear
scared.
Panda, I
Real
wrote you,
action.
but you still ain't replied.
I was taught to be afraid of the phone.
You really did?
My parents, they didn't want me and my sister to answer the phone in case. I think I understand logically why it was the case, but they didn't want us to answer the phone in case we answer the phone to someone and give some information away that we shouldn't be given when we're younger. Yeah, stranger danger kind of thing. But the problem with that is it made me kind of anxious. And then at any point in the future, when the phone called and they're like, answer the phone, I don't want to answer the phone. I don't want to answer the phone. I don't want to pick it up to talk to someone or anything like that, or have to talk to someone because of a lot of those things that they sort of installed in the first place. And they're like, well, why don't you want to answer the phone? Well, you taught me not to do it. It's like your parents getting angry at you for teaching you how to do this thing, but they don't realize like the logic behind all of it. It's weird like that. I don't know why they don't seem to understand how their teaching has an impact on how you grow up.
No.
That's so scary.
That sounds pretty terrifying. Yeah.
That sounds
we found all the
illegal.
acolytes. We found the acolytes.
Yeah.
There it is! Fireworks, Gandalf! Fireworks!
Wait.
Really big armies here.
Up?
I did. What did I just say, Lowko?
Sing Sing is really doing
Sorry,
very
I'm zoning
well
out a little
here.
bit, man. What in the world?
I can't imagine he's practiced this too much,
Fireworks. How
so
does
he's
Sing Sing
doing
know
very
this?
well.
Oh, he killed the Lich! Oh,
Wow.
Infernal's not doing enough anymore.
Such a nice game to watch.
cinema.
This game feels more like a presentation of everything Warcraft 3 has to offer than a real competition, right?
They were instructed to create a highlight reel. This is what we got.
Wait, they can land and regenerate?
Yes! You're learning every day.
Yeah.
Stoneform gargoyles.
The name makes
This is
so
what
much sense
mutalisks
now.
need, dude.
Gonna need some more tanks. Staff would be good
It's
on those
like those
tanks.
gargoyles on top of buildings, you know, the statues. When they turn to life.
Does he have staffs? He could actually teleport back with the
I love the
Archmage.
tank sounds against buildings. Oh, Carrion Swarm
By the
hurts
way,
them.
Turin has snuck out the base again. Those 3 acolytes that stood there watching the fight, they just
went
went
there.
back to work.
Yeah.
Also, this is classic
Last
undead.
resort, hero
Trying to focus
focus.
down.
Trying
Just
to take down
hanging
the
into the
Archmage.
last
Carrion Swarm
moment
is good,
until he has to
killing a lot.
leave.
Blizzard on something on the graveyard.
He wants a
Most
hero
of those
kill,
knights, I
but
think.
he
By
shouldn't
the way,
get it.
this
But
first
doesn't scroll
scroll.
at the beast.
Archmage Paladin is spazzing at the back, trying to
Better
get to
scroll
the
the beast than the
Archmage
first
there,
one.
so it is possible to kill the Archmage. But
Ooh.
Dreadlord
Hero
in
getting
too much
botted
trouble.
out.
Yeah.
Paladin going low, but in woe.
Turin's holding on real well. Oh, mass teleportation!
Yeah.
Huge! He
yeah.
just mass tellied out. He saved his TP scroll. It's so cool.
Getting on board with human now.
Sing Sing could actually take
10
this
years,
base if he wants to
Kidson.
further his economic ambitions. He's only mining from one base, and he's in high upkeep, which means he's getting 4 gold per second. But Turin just
Turin
ran
is
out
out
of
of cash.
money himself.
Yeah, he's completely out. He needs this base.
I assume this is best of 5,
By the
by
way,
the
there's
way,
still 2
right?
creep camps on the map.
Right next to his main base, too. Man. That's so
Yeah.
funny.
I guess.
That's how aggressive he's been the entire game long.
Yeah, he plays on the enemy side of the map.
I mean, the entire map is his main base. That's what we've
It's
learned.
best of 7, is it?
Acolytes.
Holy
The
fuck.
Acolytes are coming. They have 9 to 10 damage.
We'll find out.
Level 5 on the Mountain King. Throws a hammer immediately to celebrate.
Grand Finals is best of 5, according to the
And
wiki.
Acolytes chilling.
Yeah, they've been chilling in every fight lately. But he can't make another one. He is,
I think in the next
he's
tournament, they
good.
should
Okay,
start
fair.
off with best of 7 for the first round games. And they should have, like, instead of, like, just 2, just 1 here, they should have this, then another one, and then this bit would be over here. And they're all best of 7.
Belagerungsmaschine.
Lagerung. Lagerung. Oh, belegering.
Makes sense.
Belegering.
Yeah,
It'll be
Lacari.
more than 18 hours. Spin a wheel of your
Lacari
chat
mode
members
there.
and draft 8 into a
There's
tournament.
another one. Infernal
Sure.
dropped out of the high heavens.
Wow, that frost one. Really
Gargs are back.
Nice
Ooh,
blizzard.
intercepting the gargoyles though with the blizzard.
Well, flying machines getting.
He doesn't cancel the Archmage, but I think he's got enough to concentrate on.
Guards are getting
Gargoyles
so
trying to
stacked.
run away.
destroyed.
That's like Mutas going into free.
Barrage doing some serious work.
Wow.
GG.
What a game.
Sing
Man,
Sing.
Turin is such a good spot, right?
Solid as hell, game 3. Sing Sing just clapped for himself. He's pumped.
Nice.
Well done. He's proved
Played that
himself
really
worthy.
well.
be.
That
Yeah.
was genuinely an impressive game to me.
And you guys should have seen it coming all along because he had the highest
Super
MMR,
impressive.
so it was
Such a good
obvious he
game.
was going to win,
One of the
right?
most epic games we've had. In
I
the
think he
tourney.
played really fucking well in the finals compared to his some of
I
his
said,
other
I
games
think
where
we
he's a
saw
little
basically
flip-floppy
almost
Sing
every
Sing
unit, right?
in terms of how he was handling harass and stuff. But in these finals, he was doing some very high-level control on those big
I've
armies.
seen a lot.
So
6 units missing, I think.
really well done there.
Dragonhawk,
Great.
Mortar Team, Sorceress, Priest, Banshee, Shade, and Meatwagon. 7.
Meatwagons were there, I think.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
I remember.
I thought that was
something
another
about
game.
the expansion.
You're
Did he
right.
make any rifles?
No, he said that should be it as far as I know.
I don't think so.
I completely lose track a lot of the time when I watch these games.
No rifles this time.
Oh, they
actually a
actually
lot
fought a
missing. Yeah,
game
no.
before. I just like forgot the entire game
we
that happened like
almost
5
saw
minutes ago.
Yeah. Almost all races as well.
So this is the second map already, is it? It
First
feels like they
grand
played
finals
third
that
game,
actually has all the
three games,
races.
isn't it?
Well, almost.
Suzuki, thank you very much there for the sub.
Okay,
Welcome.
shout out to chat for putting up with no overlay. The overlay I'm using, sometimes it just happens. It breaks halfway. There's nothing I can do about it. If I restart the app, it doesn't do anything. So I know it sucks. I miss it as well. I don't know why it happens, but it is what it is. There are other overlays, but I don't have them. They're not public.
It's a shame
they're
he
not
has to
open
keep
source,
explaining that
so
because it should
that's
be
the
kind
only
of
one I got.
obvious.
It's small indie.
If it's
small
not
indie overlay
working, then it's just
creation.
not working. You can't do much about it. So aside from restarting his computer, but he's not going to do that because he's streaming.
Okay.
What's he explaining?
Lobby is
There's a UI at the top that shows the players' heroes at the top left, top right, the names of the players, little details like that, as well as the items that the players have. That UI sometimes just vanishes partway through the game or doesn't even show up in the first place. There's not really, it's not like Grubby pressed a button to turn it off deliberately. It's just, if it's vanished, then it's just gone, isn't it? Watch Human get
Sing has
nerfed
still only lost games
because of
against
some
Viper.
newbie tournament and Grubby's constant
yeah,
shenanigans.
true.
Wait, really?
He's been pretty
Oh.
anti-human in this
Wait.
tournament, absolutely.
Did he? Yeah.
Yep.
That's actually very scary.
And he took personal revenge on him. So he lost games only to
Yeah.
people he ended up defeating from the tournament as well.
Damn.
Remember what Sing Sing said about the game against Turin? Both of them are ready. Boss fight.
I'll be back in a quick second then. What's this setting it?
Remember what Sing Sing said? The loss against Viper humbled him. It's a good mind state to have, humble. The humble mind is
Yeah.
greedy, curious for information.
Okay, Northern Isles. Potential match point here
Yep.
for Sing Sing.
Potential.
If now the overlay doesn't work, I'm gonna ask for a regame. Oh wait, my overlay isn't on. So this was personal error. Oh, it works. Good.
Nice.
Okay, here we go. Grand Finals. Map number 3. There could be a reverse sweep by Turin, and we could have 2 more maps after this. But if Sing Sing clinches it, it would end up being the last. Potentially, it's match point. Sing Sing is 2-0. He has opened with his trusty Archmage, not bringing out the Mountain King first. And he has played a really solid game. Turin threw all his usual tricks in the book. Zeppelin harass, Ghoul harass. And Sing Sing is the first one that has been able to stop it deflected at every step of the way. It's true evolution for both players as they get further and further into this tournament, adapting to each other's strengths. This is some high-level Warcraft 3 for people fresh to competition in Warcraft 3, and we're all fortunate to see it. Let's see what they're going to do. It's going to be an Archmage first and a Dreadlord first. The same weapons of choice.
I really like that against the Meatwagon strategy that Turin now did 2 games in a row. He decided to respec the Archmage into Blizzard.
Yeah.
Switch out the water elementals for Blizzard and just nuke them down in a couple seconds time. And I think Turin was like, wait a second, what's going on?
What's
And then
happening?
By the time he decided to roll them away, pretty much everything had already died.
It's sick because I've never seen Sing Sing use Blizzard before in a rescale.
Yeah,
Also the first
really
reskill
cool.
in the tournament, right?
Not quite. We saw.
Not quite? Okay.
I think he actually did a Mountain King Stormbolt Bash rescale against the Viper as well.
Actually, would have been pretty
Probably
awesome if
Lacari didn't get to
Artosis
rescale, though he does it often because he
did
didn't
some
get far
co-casting with
enough to
Grubby
last
during
time.
the Tasteless games. That would have been pretty sick. Although they've all got busy schedules
quick
and stuff
creeping
like that.
On the left
Yep.
for Sing Sing.
Because he could be
On the
like
left? Yeah,
wailing
right, left of
on
him.
Tasteless during the
Yeah.
games and complaining about how Tasteless is playing bad and all that kind of stuff.
Take out the Ice Troll.
Like Tasteless
first.
did fine, but you know,
And the Ice
because he's
Troll in
like
the
a
back
mate
as
of him,
well.
he can sort of like slag him
With
off
his
and stuff like
militia.
that.
Usually best to kill first is the Tuskar Trapper. It has medium armor, so it takes bonus damage from militia. Funnily enough, its AI is weird, where it doesn't listen to the permataunt of a water elemental. And so it had been throwing daggers into Sing
Permaton. Where does he
Sing's
get his words
Archmage.
from?
This could be risky if there was another opening like Lich first expand. Archmage health usually becomes really pivotal.
Oh, I see.
The Dreadlord
Permataunt.
usually doesn't
I was like, is that
try
a
to use
fucking
spells
word?
to
A new
whittle
word
down
I've
the
not heard
Archmage
of?
health. It's either a surround, which seals the deal, or ignore Archmage completely and go for the lower health units.
Taking down a little Murloc camp. Trying to be safe.
Well, Turin's been
Yep, and
so
Turin himself
solid
is also
throughout the tournament.
We're heading on over towards the expansion now.
But Sing Sing's really popping off in these final games. I think that's
like Sing
taken him
Sing,
by surprise a bit. Turin can't quite
He's
play
really
as
confident in this
lax.
position,
Not
right?
like the other
This is
games, he's
catching
had a
up
bit more
for
time to build up
basically
and stuff
can
like
level up
that.
his
And
Archmage.
the other players have kind of
Scouting
let
via
him
the
get away with
stuff
it.
of-
But Sing Sing's not really doing it. He's like
He does this
triple
very
hero,
safely, though, right? Like, he
taking
just
the whole
starts with a
map,
tower and then
building up the
eventually
power of his
takes
heroes,
line.
and getting a huge army on top of it.
Seems like Sing Sing just takes the expansion as quickly as possible, and if it doesn't work out, he cancels it and tries again in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Could this be a sleep
What map
surround?
are they playing on? This is
Ah,
called
Sing Sing
Northern
didn't
Isles.
pretend
It's
he's
very
real
well
with the
made, this map,
Archmage, So
actually.
Turin doesn't take the bait this time. Additionally,
It's
you
just,
can
it's a
click
shame
the
it's a snow
Archmage
map
and
because
see if
no
there's
one
an
likes snow
illusion
maps.
wand in his inventory, and when you see one, you usually know it's fake. You
No
see
one.
how the second Archmage illusion here does not have the illusion wand because he was the last to be
Yeah.
summoned.
He still takes the bait. What?
Oh wait, really?
He knows that it's not real. There's no way.
No, he doesn't. You would not do that.
What? But it was hitting like 4 of his ghouls.
I guess he just didn't pay enough attention to it. You know how like new players sometimes don't see things that are really obvious to the
It happens.
viewer, and the chat will be like, "Dude, blind? Did you see
Lowko's
that?"
doing some backseat gaming now, is he?
Streamers are all blind, man. I can't believe
Yeah.
this.
Militia creep here, getting level 3 so that Archmage shows up with level 3.
Good timing of
at
those ghouls to come
4:30.
in.
Dude, this is so sick. You have an expansion and level 4, like level 3 at 4:30. This is the best.
So scary.
This is the best opening yet for Sing Sing.
That's scary, then, because Sing Sing's done already well.
At this rate.
Yeah, it's really chipping away at the schools.
Oh, the Acolyte's taking some pummeling.
Okay, does get
You
the
see that at the
off
bottom?
on the real
And the
Archmage.
Archmage is distracted,
Gonna
though.
force it out.
Around.
But he's got an easy
Oh,
exit.
sneaks away.
This is also the best harass he's done so far. This is the
The
first
Reaping Tower
time
just a
Turin's
second too late.
expansion looks like it's in more
Acolyte
trouble.
died, trying to repair it.
He could just win the
Two
game
water elementals,
here.
level 2.
Or at
That's
least
100 damage per
do
hit when
so
AM
much
and
damage
2 water
that
elementals shoot
he has
at
to
the
let
same
go
time.
of that Nerubian tower.
This level 3 is actually so pivotal now. Like the level 3 on the Archmage. Yeah, he
Yeah,
needs to
this
give
is
up.
the best so
This
far.
is, not gonna happen.
Just give up.
He doesn't want to
He
quite
has
yet.
a
Third
third water
water
elemental.
Oh
He
boy.
has already given up. He has gone to tier 2 about 70 seconds ago, so he does know that it's not happening yet. But now playing from this with 0 eco damage against Sing Sing. Sing Sing, by the way, very late on the tier 2. He's still gonna reinforce with towers, but he's in such a good spot.
This is the best position
Yeah,
for
he
Sing
doesn't
Sing
need to
so
be
far,
aggressive
and he's
here,
already
right? He can just
2-0 up. So if you put a bet
when,
on Sing
when
Sing,
we had the original invite
you should be
list,
feeling fairly confident.
I don't remember seeing Sing Sing on it.
If he keeps
was
playing,
this,
I'll probably end up
T90.
playing against
It
him in
could've
1
been
versus
T90.
1
This could've been
on the Warframe
T90.
Champions ladder.
It
But-
could
Yeah.
have been T90.
I remember very often in Warcraft 3 tournaments, the guy that makes it in, that barely didn't qualify, but then makes it in late, has the least pressure on him. And somehow you would
That's it,
think he
kids,
shouldn't
thinking
make it
alike.
because he was not even good enough to win national qualifications. But then another guy couldn't make it, and they make it in, and you think like, okay, cool, you're gonna
I'm
get top 40.
1786 at the
No, it
moment,
has happened surprisingly
but
often.
I could drop
that the guy
down quite
last in
easily because I
actually
went down
ends
to
up
like
getting quite a good result. I'm
1630 or
saying-
something
I'm
at
not
one
saying
point.
that's
That was
why
terrible.
this is happening.
I think I'm
Sing Sing
around
showed an expressed
1750.
interest in a Warcraft 3 tournament after the invite list was already announced, but there was no space for him. When T90 decided to step out, a spot came up. Sing Sing was eager to take the spot, and he's been making good use of that.
I don't play
opportunity
anywhere near as efficiently though
by
as I should do
practicing
after
very
seeing a lot of these
seriously, and
games.
The level of play
Not that I'm
he
saying
shows, despite
they're
the
definitely
deficit
making
in
mistakes, but
training time,
they're
it's
clearly
it's
following
insane.
build
It's very
orders and
inspirational.
that
He's
I
such
just
a good gamer.
I just don't. I
Nice
just
wave
fuck
right
it.
there with the Dreadlord. Trying to get some.
If I was
damage in, but
really
not
forced to
finishing
have to
everything off.
learn and do proper,
Wave
Yeah.
maybe coming in.
I could definitely do much
Okay,
higher,
nice. Getting some.
but I just really don't like doing it. Plus, it's an
Loses a
excuse
bunch
to
of
not
stuff
have
as
to
well,
get
though,
high
a
and
lot
have
of
the
time.
pressure of doing it as well.
And ultimately, this is 1 base versus 2 base, right? So like this harassment and stuff is nice. But now
Sing
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 Sing is
sees it.
ahead economically. He's ahead in levels. He's ahead in supply. Like he's got everything.
It feels
he's-
like work.
He's
Yeah,
still
I'm
crossing
fucking
his
lazy.
T's. He's still dotting his I's.
I am lazy.
Got masonry coming, double
I'm
guard tower.
unambitious.
It looks so legit what he's doing.
Yeah, I
now. He's
play
not cutting any
random.
corners. You know, all of you showed really good skill level in some areas.
In
but then
theory
it's
or
like,
logically,
okay, you know,
it is
Viper's a bit
easier
late
to
with his
like
heal
get a
scrolls,
higher
right?
MMR
Lowko,
with one
not
race, but
inflexible
it's
with
not
his
like playing
builds.
random is.
RedPanda.
I don't think it's that hard because I've played Warcraft 3 for so long, so I'm more familiar with each of the
Perfect,
races.
but he played
And like
Orc,
I
so,
say,
you know,
I don't
it's-
play.
Human.
I don't really play like a specific strategy. So if I had to learn all the build orders exactly for for human and undead and night elf, etc. But the way I play is I just do generally what you should be doing and then just wing it round that. Does that make sense? So I don't need to know all the build orders exactly right and be super efficient. At least not the MMR I'm playing.
or whatever, you know? It's like they get stronger still.
You know, I recognize his attitude as well. Like when I interview him in between, he's the one player that like gives almost no emotion during the interviews today. Like he was less focused on content and relaxing and more on super locked in. You can see that there's a very try-hard mind behind the casual variety game streamer that he has become. Like it's still there. A cold-blooded killer.
Yeah.
I think
A
it's
lot of
true
Dota
for
experience.
most people here, right? Because
What?
everyone has been the competitive mindset. Although most of us
What is this
have
running
been wearing
around?
our focus more towards content, more towards streaming, right?
Yeah. No, but of course, like you don't play RTS without liking the allure of that grind of self-improving, the equivalent of going to the gym for the physical form. This is it for the mental form.
Yeah. And I think that's what makes this competition so enjoyable.
That's
right?
a nice footman
Because
there.
Everyone really puts in the work, and there are no free wins.
I think Sing Sing knows that victory is upon him, and
everyone's really
you can either go down the road of
especially look at,
choking
for example, like
and then
Lacari,
give the win to your
500 plus
opponent and
games
then
in
falling
the 2.5
behind.
weeks, 3 weeks.
But he
ahead.
looks like he really doesn't
grinding
want to
right
lose.
now, actually.
Insane.
He's not watching.
Still grinding.
He's not watching the
He's in
tournament.
game
it's the
right
right
now,
thing.
seriously?
Yeah, he's on his
'Cause all
alt.
he has to do
an
is just
alt
win
where
this
he
game
doesn't
and he's
have
got
to
it.
Try hard for content.
He has an alt.
Yeah, Moikari.
He's already arrived at alt status after 2 weeks.
No. I mean an alt, a streamer alt.
Ah, okay.
It's actually like people go hard on him during the stream. They're like uncoachable. So he just wants to like chill on a second account where he doesn't have to
I
try
get
hard. Some people do this. They don't want to like ruin their main channel aura, and they go on an alt, and then they don't care. I mean, we've seen it from Asman Zakrar, right? We've seen it from Bonjo Trail. It's not exactly the same thing.
Yeah. Well, it's basically the same.
Do I need
thing.
to make a
we
second
also do it
Twitch channel then?
To mainly just really chill and grind games that are also not that pleasant for the majority of viewers, right?
Yeah. Go Carnage has
Pretty wild.
a low energy second stream as well. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Soda
That
Popping
works
has a
better on
channel as well.
YouTube in
Really?
a way
Skippy
because
Popping. I didn't
YouTube is
know. I
like
should
it
hunt him.
rewards you for putting out the same type of content and punishes you in a lot of ways for putting different type of content. So, for example, me putting these tournament games up on YouTube doesn't really do very well for me
For the red cap? Or going for a big
because
flank
it's
on the
not
red
typically
cap, maybe.
exposed or expected
Has he
of my
seen
channel.
It? Has Sing Sing seen this at all?
Don't think so.
He's being very sneaky.
Look at Sing
Oh,
Sing.
he killed that little walrus thing in the top left, the little critter.
Sing Sing is evolving again. Mortars with fragmentation shards. It's very good against necromancers and skeletons.
That's so crazy.
Crazy.
He's out of position right now.
It's already here. The push is ready.
Yep.
Yeah. And a lot of
It's a lot to
are
get
coming.
through, so Sing Sing has time.
Mountain King, not level 2.
Don't panic, just
half
clear
life,
up the camp.
Trying to finish off
You're
the camp,
okay, you
now
got
level
buildings
2.
you can lose.
Turin not
Oh,
winning
he's
yet.
kind of
Now
flopping
goes
here.
in. Probably
He's like,
surprised by
"Whoa."
no.
Is he going to go? It looked like he's going to the
Where are you?
laboratory. He could
I
go
thought
to the
we were-
laboratory,
you know, we
pick
were
up a
gonna meet
goblin
here, like,
sapper if he had
where'd you
more.
go?
It's kind of
Yeah.
like the Sing Sing post-game
Could get
interview.
sappers
I
and just
ask
go to the
questions,
undead
he says
base.
nothing. Here, Turin is knock knock, and Sing
Honestly,
Sing
that's
says
something
nothing.
I would consider doing.
Yeah.
Not because it's what you're
Like, oh, I
supposed to
guess
do, but
I'll
it's
keep
because I
throwing
could
these,
do it.
these meat wagon things in your direction.
Yeah. Look at the flank. He's just gathering his... Like, Sing Sing has evolved past... The
Just imagine right now, he'd be over here on the minimap, and he has 2 sappers, and he's walking down into this base. He could take out any important cigarettes and do damage to the main base, as well as his auto attacks. And then Turin's the one who has to think about getting back or not.
fragmentation
Really
shards!
nice.
And Turin is caught in the crossfire!
Oh, Mountain
That's
King
so
as
well
well,
executed.
with a big stomp in the middle of all of it.
Poor Turin,
He
these
still
games
has a healing
really did
ward
not
if he
go
really
well for
needs
him.
It, but I feel like he is just dominating this army, although
Yeah,
we do see a level up on the Lich.
Mortars going down. Pala really low. Might even
Archmage
get nuked.
taking a
No.
vacation for a little bit.
Paladin escapes. Like, when things go well, everything just
Yeah.
goes well. He's just doing everything right. Paladin
Yeah.
survives. There's a priest healing him. Mortar's shooting. A Lich is dropping low. Dreadlord is low. He's not giving the levels. There's Griffins, Knights, Mortars, Priests. It's such a complex army. He's
Lich
microing
down.
it so well. Triple hero. GG!
GG.
Sing Sing wins the second streamer invitational. Extremely
Really,
well
really
done.
great.
Well earned from Turin. You got my strat down solid. So good. What a god gamer.
Damn.
That's
Insane.
so awesome.
Congratulations.
Very, very solid performance. I mean, I thought he figured out how to deal with it in the second game, but then he realized, you know what? I'm just gonna do it even better in the third game of the series. Very well-deserved victory here. Like, in my mind, definitely the best player of the event.
Yeah. Yeah, there can be no doubt. There can be no
He saved his best
hesitation about
gameplay
it. He
for
has
the
not
last
done
ones,
some
didn't he? Sing Sing.
one-trick pony strategy. He used the full bag of tricks. He has evolved multiple times. 3 different starting heroes. He's come back from behind. The longest route through the lower bracket, dropping very few maps and leaving very little doubt as to the rightful heir of the throne here, of the trophy of that invitational. Everybody did
Look
great,
at him.
but my God, Sing Sing. GG.
Yeah.
It was like it was meant to be for him, really, because
Very, very
all of these
impressed with
free
the,
games,
the
he just
level of
completely
skill he
popped
achieved
off.
in just, well, less than 2 weeks even, I think, right? Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe
Suzuki says Sing Sing is 12-1 today. Is that his record? Yeah,
Or
let's have a look
equals good.
at the bracket.
Today we learned.
It's
I was
real.
told it was just a number.
yeah. Right?
So he's got
Grubby?
2-0 there, 2-0 here, 3-1 there, 3-0, 3-0. Oh,
You
yeah.
can outperform it. You can underperform
Yeah,
it,
I
but
didn't really
it's a
think
pretty
about
good
that so
indicator.
much looking at the
At the end
brackets
of the
for the
day,
score.
I think there were multiple people that could have won. In my mind, before the tournament,
Turin
I
was
thought Lowko, Dark Horse, high win
3-6,
rate, low MMR,
9-2,
but not fully realized
9-2.
win rate potential yet. I thought maybe the biggest contenders are RedPanda,
What up, dudes?
Turin, and Sing Sing. And you guys did so great. Yo, Turin, what's up, man?
Oh, what up? Did I come? Did I get here a little early?
No, it's all
No,
good.
it's fine.
Happy to speak to you. Yo, amazing.
Might need a bit more of a
performance.
budget for that,
Jeez,
Matt.
dude. Oh my
Really?
god, he had my. I felt like he had my strategy and tactics down on lock. The towers, the scouting with the frickin' flying machines. Just
Also,
yeah,
if he's
dude, everything
playing
was
this
so
while
freaking
standing
clean.
up,
It was so clean.
Turin.
Wasn't too many, you know.
he's
holes in his
debuffing
game, and,
himself, man.
I really struggle to deal with the Air Force. I haven't practiced against that. Most humans don't do that to me. at least at my elo. So it was, dude, he was an absolute beast, dude. I'm super impressed.
Big props. You
It
did
felt like
fantastic too. Go ahead,
he
RedPanda.
knew what to do before you even tried to execute your own ideas. He was really on top of it. He must have studied a lot of your gameplay to read it that well, I think.
Yeah, he knew my timings. You know, he knew I liked Necrowagon. Like in the last game, I was kind of all in. I forgot to build my shop. I was like, damn it. And so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do a Necrowagon all in. And dude, he had the mortars ready to blast my necromancers. Like, dude, that like everything was so good and so clean with him. I'm really impressed by him, dude. He earned the hell out of that victory. I feel like the only thing that I could maybe have a chance with would be early aggression, but I don't practice that. I'm not good at it. Like that was the only.
Thank you,
game
Matt, for gifting a
only one
sub.
who took games off him with early
To
aggression, right?
course.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I he was a beast, seriously. Very well played to Sing Sing, man. I don't know if he's here yet.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
But you did incredible as well.
Right.
You wanted to avoid the lower bracket and not need to play too many games in one day as well. You did so in amazing fashion, leaving many victims by the wayside. Second place, extremely respectable. And at the end of the day, Sing Sing evolved so much in the tournament. He used units and skills that I didn't even know he had prepared. Bringing out Blizzard reskills, the mortar teams in one game, siege tanks. He knew about Barrage. Like he was like, when he was practicing, he would open up Wikipedia and check, what does this unit actually do?
Oh no. Yeah. You know, that was so I have to be clear. The most afraid and nervous I got in the event the entire time. Can you guess when it was? It wasn't today. I think some people can guess. Let's see.
I don't know.
Gets it. So it was when T90 dropped and you added Sing Sing, and I saw him play his first 2 plays in the game.
Really?
So like when I saw everybody, I was like, okay, like I've seen their skill. I feel like I can compete. And then when you saw Sing Sing, it was like Dark Souls music.
You called it, didn't you, Kidson? Yeah, if T90 was in the tournament, then maybe Turin would have got first place here. So he's like, fuck. They put Sing Sing in. Damn it.
Just guarding the gates and never the final boss, you know. So it was a very thematic, perfect ending here today. You know, it was great.
Bro, I think I hear the boss music now. He's coming. I think
God.
he's here.
Sing Sing, did you hear that? Were you there for that?
Oh no, sorry, I wasn't. I just pulled in now.
So I was basically just telling them that when the tournament started, like the most nervous and scared I was in the whole tournament is when you replaced T90, and I was like Dark Souls music coming on. I was like, oh god, Sing Sing. And then I saw you like 1,500 in your placements. I was like, dude, he's gonna be a beast. You played so well, man. Very well played. You had me down like a book, dude. Like a book.
Oh,
it was very
man.
impressive.
You too, man. Oh, dude, your fucking ghouls are so annoying. Jesus Christ. It's like, I made like 5 towers every base just for you.
It works though like a charm. And you know, you did your homework clearly, right? You knew I like to do that. That's how I win against humans. I lame. I think that's the term you guys use in Warcraft, right? It's
I
laming.
think so.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
like
an
to
orc.
Feels lame. Undead dragging it out.
No, I'm too old for that. Like the micro on the work units is too much. Like, yeah, I need a macro, and yeah, I tried an all-in last game, but you you had the mortars prepared. You had everything, dude. You were so solid, dude.
I had like 1 unit, and I saw your the Temple of the Damned, and it showed like 1 necromancer. I was like, oh shit, I need mortars right now.
Oh no, you saw it.
Yeah.
Well, your scouting was so good with the flying machines, dude. It was super impressive, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, Terminator. Dude, Grubby, how high do you think he could climb if he played this for another 6 months? Like
6
just
months?
grinding it.
Easily
6
over
months.
2K.
So with training,
I think 22.
over 2K for.
I think
yeah.
22 for
22?
sure. Yeah, in 6 months?
Yeah, I agree.
If he committed. If his heart can take it. He said he wants to go have a
I'm playing
vacation.
Kiwi too, dude. I'm hitting creeps, man. I'm fucking done. I'll come back though. I want to random in this game. I don't want to play try hard fucking Orc Mage strats. I want to play Blood Mage and nuke peasants.
Bro, you evolved so much during this series in particular, and before this series, and today in general. You look like one of the humans that I used to face. You know, the skill nowadays in Warcraft 3 is higher than during the heyday of Warcraft 3, where everyone didn't have as much information transference, learning with coaches, analysts, replays everywhere, streams and whatnot. It was harder. You looked so complete. You had no obvious weaknesses that Turin could exploit anyway. Turin has so many layers of strategy in his build. Ghoul harass here, Zeppelin there, Carrion Swarm spam. You were ready for all of it, but what I don't get is how you can get all of that together. You can get the theory, sure. You have a coach that helps you, sure. But how can you apply all of it together
I guess the
not-
Dota
not
2
being
is
stopped by
just
nerfs
like
or forgetting.
Warcraft 3.
Because I know he owned, well, like the moment he lost like 4 goals, I knew that his army was too weak to fight me head on. So he only has one other option, that's to play around my army. So my mindset was, I only need to stop him from stopping my eco. So the moment that happens, the game's over. So I was thinking of Zeppelins, I was thinking of these invis run-bys. I was thinking of him running past and just nuking ones and fucking off.
Dude, so solid, man.
You prepared for it.
That's exactly what I was thinking, dude.
You're also a Liquipedia reader.
That's a funny meme.
Liquipedia reader?
Yeah, you when
Oh
you
yeah,
when you,
I checked the
RedPanda
units.
put
yeah,
it
you
out
check
there.
what units do. Most streamers do not read tooltips.
I mean, reading is hard, man.
I'm guilty.
Yeah,
I'm guilty
it
of
really
that
is.
100%.
Dude, we have back-to-back Dota victories, right?
Yeah.
Because we got Dota and then an old turn-based game getting there, huh? Yeah, man.
With the
Dota-
Mountain King as
I
well.
think that's really interesting, right? Because we had all these StarCraft players and Age of Empires players, and yeah, I think the hero management is so big. It's one of the hardest things in Warcraft 3 to pick up, and you just seem so clean with it, man. Your hero control is nuts.
The hero
Dendy
part
was
is
kind
the
of same
easiest
way.
part for me.
Yeah, it's the easiest part, right? I think that's the hardest
Yeah.
for most people, right?
The hardest part is the macro while fighting, and that's super difficult.
It was-
That's
it
a
was great, man.
nice
GG's,
graphic, Red Panda. Yo, you,
Good contribution.
It's good. It's true.
Mountain King getting some value, huh?
The claps.
Sing
The
Sing,
claps are coming.
I had the idea that
those
you
vibes were
felt
nasty.
you were a pretty solid chance to win the tournament, but then you played against Viper yesterday, and you said it humbled you.
Yeah, I was so scared, man. I was like, Viper's 1300 MMR, and he beat me that easily. How the fuck am I gonna beat the other guys? Like, what the fuck's happening here? I guess Viper's stat was just way too good against Archmage. Like, strategically, it was just countered.
Yeah, I'd
It's
say
an
that's
uphill
fair.
battle from the very beginning.
Your never give up attitude that we saw in ladder games, your adherence to learning about every unit you lost to, opening Liquipedia, studying, your experience in Dota 2, everything came together to make you an extremely deserving champion. It was super fun to watch your tournament, and your progression, your series with Turin was amazing. Very close at many moments. You used almost the entire human armada, if not everything, every single unit.
It's human, right? Fucking hell.
Many different units. It's hard to control. Even triple hero. I told you, triple hero is too much. Fast expanding is too much. In the first coaching session, you said, I want to start by learning it right. And you did. Congrats.
Thank you. One step at a time, right? Like every game.
One step at a time. Lowko, RedPanda, Turin, Sing Sing, and everyone else, the mods and admins helping behind the scenes, the fans supporting this content. Thank you so much for making this event such a joy. I love these weeks of watching all of you practice and then the event as it comes together. Thanks for making the event awesome. And if we ever do anything like show match or other event, return events, I'll have your contact for next time and see if you're interested. GG's, guys.
There it is.
GG.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much
guys.
for
GG.
having me.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
See you guys around.
All right,
Yeah,
let's finish
thanks for
things up
hosting this.
then.
Thanks for
Thanks for
organizing.
watching.